never-ending promise. In the small French town of Vire, nestled between the soft hills of Normandy, there lived a young woman named Camille. Her life was peaceful and simple. Every morning she rose with the sun, opened the shutters of her tiny flower shop, and let the scent of fresh blossoms fill the street. Locals adored her soft voice, her warm smile, and her quiet strength. But there was one thing that people often whispered about. Every evening at exactly 6 p.m., Camille would place a second chair beside her shop window. She would sit there, sometimes reading, sometimes simply watching the street as if waiting for someone. For 10 years, she did this without fail. Some called it romantic. Others found it sad. Children would ask their parents, "Why does the flower lady wait every night?" The answers varied. Only Camille knew the truth. 10 years ago, she had fallen in love with a traveling clockmaker named Luc. He was soft-spoken, with clever hands and eyes that seemed to understand time itself. Luc came into her shop one rainy day to fix the antique cuckoo clock that hung above her counter. They talked. Then they walked. Then they laughed. Over 3 weeks, they shared their dreams and fears, always meeting after work, strolling by the river, watching the sunset. Before leaving, Luc made her a promise. "I will return in 1 year," he said. "I'll save enough to open my own workshop right next to your flowers. 1 year from today at 6 p.m., I'll be sitting beside you." Camille waited. 1 year passed. He didn't come. She wrote letters. No reply. She asked at train stations, checked the newspaper for accidents. Nothing. Friends told her to forget. Her mother urged her to move on. But Camille believed in promises, so she waited. She placed the second chair every day, believing Luc might still appear. Years went by. She learned to live with her grief. She grew wiser. Her flowers bloomed brighter. But still, every evening the second chair stood beside her. Then, one stormy evening, just as she was closing the shop, a figure appeared at her door. An old man, soaked from head to toe, stood shivering with a broken pocket watch in hand. "Can you help me find someone named Camille?" he asked. She stared. His face had changed. Older. A beard. A limp in his step. But those eyes, they were Luc's. "It's me," he said softly. "Luc, I never stopped trying to come back." He told her the story. On the day he was to return, he was in a carriage accident. A head injury. He lost his memory for years. It was only last month, while fixing a broken pocket watch in a village shop, that something inside him sparked a vision of a woman, a flower shop, a promise. Camille felt tears streaming down her face. She led him inside. The old cuckoo clock still hung on the wall, stopped at 6 p.m. on the very day he left. Together, they wound the clock again. It chimed. A new hour had begun. The moral is that a promise kept late is still a promise kept.